Hey everyone, welcome to today's webinar on how to sell promotional products risk-free with Swag.space. With us today is Swag.space founder, Jeremy Parker. How's it going, Jeremy?
Hey, Zach, great to be here.
Swag.space, it's a new business, right? I mean, it's new and old and really a new way to go about offering promo products. Can you tell us a little bit about Swag.space?
Yeah, so great. So Swag.space is a new division under Custom Inc. And the idea for Swag.space is very simple. We want to make it really easy for anyone to sell promotional products. Traditionally, it's been a hard process. It's been broken, old, fragmented industry, collecting money from your customers using 100 different suppliers, back and forth emails, presentation decks to close sales, a very fragmented system. We've crafted a really more streamlined experience for selling of swag, where we don't only handle the front-facing technology, to allow you to make sales. Once the orders come in, we also handle all the operations, all the logistics, all the production. So we really streamline the entire experience of selling swag.
So, okay, and then like you said, you have the front end e-commerce platform, but then you actually handle all of the production because kind of the old school way. I mean, there's a few different ways you can go about selling promo, but based on all my conversations with other shops, it's pretty much most of them are signing up for an ASI or a Sage to be a part of a network. And then you're really playing this kind of hands-on middleman role. And there's a
Mhm.
lot of little things to do versus when somebody comes to a swag space website. So my business has their own swag space site. Customer comes there, they place an order. Once that order is placed, what's my responsibility? Because if I'm going through ASI or Sage, I've got to then get that artwork ready, send it to the decorator. There's just a lot of hand holding and doing things. So how do you guys kind of differentiate yourself?
Yeah, right when the order comes in, you could start focusing on your next sale. That's kind of the beauty of it. I started a company called Swag.com in 2016. The first year of the business of Swag.com, I was a traditional promo salesman, right? I did all the back and forth emails with clients. They wanted this color of a t-shirt, they wanted the front and the back print, they wanted this product and that product. I would spend all this time trying to get the orders over the finish line. And then once I got the order, that's where the real work begins. You have to collect the money from the client, you have to collect the sales tax, you have to remit the sales tax, and now you're dealing with 100 different suppliers buying blanks from Samar, sending it to an embroiderer, buying your notebooks here, your t-shirts here, your water bottles here, all these different things, and keeping track of everything. It's a lot of effort, it's a lot of work. And I found myself spending about 20% of my day on selling, which is what I actually wanted to do, and about 80% of my day on, honestly, all the back and forth stuff to get the order over the finish line, and it just wasn't scalable at all. So with Swag.space, we removed that 80%. That's kind of the beauty of it. Once the order comes in, focus on your next sale. We take care of the rest.
You hit the nail of why I never really got into promo because it just seemed like, whoa, this is a lot of work, and I just it's not as turnkey and as easy as like what I've seen with you guys in Swag Space and just the new way of doing it. Again, it's not really. I've never seen anything like this, especially when it comes to being risk free. We're not even talking about and ASI and Sage, they've been around. There's a lot of good things there, but they're not cheap to be a part of. Pricing goes up, and there's just there's a lot to wrap your head around. Versus you've already proven that this is how to actually sell swag because you have swag.com that you launched 8 or so years ago, and pretty much, correct me if I'm wrong, what you've done is you've white labeled swag.com to become swag space so other decoration shops can essentially have that same ease of use model. Is that right in a nutshell?
Yeah, that's exactly right. We spent the last 9 years building out swag.com, and we're consistently continuing to build out swag.com, right? Like that's the point. And we've figured out a really simple solution to allow people like Amazon and Google to easily buy swag from swag.com. And we said, well, we streamlined the entire experience. What if we took that same technology and gave it to every single other promo distributor, screen printer, whoever wants to sell swag instantaneously and for free could upload their logo, their brand colors, and instantaneously have the best e-commerce experience in the industry. That's kind of the beauty of it. And that we actually build certain technology that even takes it to the next level. Imagine a screen printer wants to sell swag. They could send the link to their client to do it self-serve, or the screen printer can literally build the cart for their client, do all the work, press a button, share the link, the client clicks on the link. Everything is fully baked out in the cart, priced out, everything's ready to go. Their client, all they have to do is check out. So we build all these kind of cool tools to allow that human connection aspect not to get lost. It's not just here's the link, figure out yourself. We allow you to have that human connection and actually get the order over the finish line as well.
Yeah, I love that, and I'm excited to be able to have you explain and show that, because there's three ways from what I could tell a customer to place an order. They go to the site, they could place it themselves. Secondly, you could actually build a cart, send it to the customer, and now all they have to do is finalize payment and give the thumbs up. And then third, you can actually put together a really nice presentation, send it to the customer, get the feedback, finalize it for them. So you're and you kind of really hit the nail as far as the ease of use, the best customer experience. There's no doubt that custom ink is the leader in designing and ordering custom apparel. And by having that custom ink, kind of foundation of how things can work and should work, just makes a lot of sense, because everybody knows custom ink knows what they're doing, and you have a lot of that nice technology and backbone from it. So 7,000 products, is that right? And is it always growing, Jeremy?
Yeah, it's constantly growing. This is just the beginning. We have probably closer to 8,000 products, honestly, at this point. And every month we have a full product team who's consistently adding more products. But every product on our site is fully vetted and tested by us. If you go to ASI or to all these websites, it's just a massive database, right? There's literally millions of products that you could choose from. But who knows what's good? Who knows what's bad? I know in the early days of Swag.com, when we were starting, I would buy 100 mugs, and 98% of them were just really bad, right? And we just didn't include that in the site. So I want everyone to keep in mind the catalog that you get through Swag.space. It's ever growing, but it's also a fully vetted and tested catalog by us. So we're not overwhelming your customers with too many options, and we're making sure that if your customers actually buy something, they're proud to show it off, and something that's going to be kept and not thrown away.
Yeah, and that's when it comes to promo products. I've always there are great promo products, and then there's a lot of trinkets and trash, and you often want to avoid that trinkets and trash. One, as a decoration business, you're not going to make as much money off of it, but two, your customer's not going to actually convey their goal. I mean, a promo product, if it has nothing to do with about your business. So if a business wants to give away, for example, drinkware, but they are, I don't know, an auto repair shop. This has nothing to do with what their business does, but because their brand is on it, their customers are using consumer behavior to come to conclusions as to the quality of the service based on the quality of the promo product. Sounds crazy, but it's how humans think. We make assumptions, which isn't always great. But if a business is handing out quality promo product and the customer, one, you want them to keep it. If it's junk, that's why it's called trinkets to trash. It just gets pitched and it lost its whole purpose. Versus if it's quality, the customer is constantly looking at it. They're using it. They're thinking about the business. And again, quality makes you then think, oh, good things about that business as well. I always loved, promo products. You kind of mentioned it here. A lot of us forget that apparel is promo products. I absolutely, and it's really the ultimate a promo product, because apparel is a walking billboard. How I got started in the industry is one of my best friends' dads owned a restaurant that had a 2-hour wait most days. They'd been featured on the Travel Channel and the Food Network, and they were just slammed. And I would never wait 2 hours to get a meal, but customers wanted to. And if you're willing to sit there for 2 hours to wait to get in there, there's a good chance you'll buy a t-shirt. And every time they sold a t-shirt, the business made more money off of selling the shirt than they did off of the actual food. Now, if the customer bought a drink and so forth, yeah, that makes a lot more money, but there's no money in food. The customer buying a t-shirt, they are paying to market the business. It's a walking billboard. And whenever I would wear some of the branded shirts, everybody would see it. Um, so apparel's great. I'm also a big proponent of drinkware. Um, because what I love about apparel is I open my closet door every day. Even if I don't wear that shirt, I'm looking at it almost every day, and it's just that impression. We talk about impressions now with like search engines, social media, just constantly seeing that logo. A promo product, it sits in their closet every day. There's the impression. Or if it's drinkware, even if I don't use this every day, if it's in my kitchen cabinet and I open that up and I'm like, oh, that
Hmm.
company. So there, promo is what I've also seen, Jeremy, and I don't have to tell you, just based on all my hundreds of conversations I have each year with different shops, promo is growing greatly. Um, and again, outside of even apparel, hard goods, and so forth, more and more businesses want to have their brands on different products, be able to sell those products or give them to their customers. And it's also, Jeremy, because promo keeps growing. So the shops that offer promo are selling more than they did in the years past. But the amount of shops offering promo has greatly increased in my experience. More and more shops are offering it. And order in our industry, the goal is to be a one-stop shop as much as possible. Every time you tell your customer no, they go to your competitor, and that competitor gets a chance to get all of their business. So what I have seen, it's becoming almost mandatory for a shop to be a one-stop shop and to keep their customer happy. They need to be able to offer these promo products and have a good solution, so they're not telling their customer no all the time. Now, and you're going to show us this. So my shop, we do apparel decorating. I don't do any hard good actual, I've got a sublimation printer. Maybe I'll do one mouse pad in a while. That's not what we really want to do anyway. But with your thousands of products, you have them organized so that the user, the shop can choose which ones they want to offer on the Swag.space site, correct?
That's exactly correct. The standard is the 8,000, 9,000, 10,000. We're going to constantly keep adding more and more vetted products. But every shop owner, every reseller, we call them resellers on the site, can decide exactly the categories of products they want to offer, the price points of products they want to offer, right? There's a t-shirt that could be an $80 t-shirt or a $2 t-shirt, right? Your clients might want different types of things. They might just, be more geared towards one side of the coin or the other. Like, you get to control exactly the products, and even just to the granular aspect. If you don't want to offer a specific product for whatever reason, you can hide it. Like, it's full flexibility. You control your shop, you control the site. And what's beauty of Swag.space, we are the only platform that allows you to handle sales, like gives you a really great e-commerce experience that allows you to buy swag, build boxes, hold inventory, all these different components that we built, and also acts as your de facto supplier. So we allow you to make the sale. Sale comes in, we handle the order. No more collecting money, no more remitting taxes, no more buying it from different suppliers, no more consolidating all those products to build boxes, no more sitting on the swag and inventory and trying to handle individual distributions for your clients. We handle it all. We remove all the friction. And the beauty of it is that the platform is free. That's it. I
Yeah.
mean, instantaneously, you get to set it up. It's free. We help you make sales. And our belief is we're going to allow you to add an entirely new revenue stream if you don't sell swag today. And if you do sell swag, I would love you to give us a shot so that you can really see how easy it is and that you're going to be able to make way more money in, 99% less time than you typically spend on it.
And far less learning curve. Again, I, just because you sign up for an ASI or Sage doesn't mean that, oh, wait, we're done, we're good. No, there's a lot to learn. There's a lot to have to do versus, what Swag.space is empowering. It's very similar to how like a DecoNetwork affiliate site works. The owner of the store, or the owner of the Swag.space reseller account has one job. And when you make it so that you only have one job and you can focus on that, you're going to be far more successful most of the time because there's not all these extra hurdles. And that one job is to get customers to the site, and then when necessary, build carts for them, proposals and so forth. It's just a lot simpler. Like we've talked about, you're utilizing Custom Ink's network of suppliers. Um, you have all of the big guys on here, but you're just really you're playing that middleman role for the reseller. In a way, you're just taking that work off of them. I mean, they just have that one job. Um, and talk to us about turnaround times, because this is very much so something that a lot of people who don't offer promo understand, that there are a lot of different different turnaround times based on the products and so forth. So can you enlighten us a little bit on that?
Yeah, so every product page on our site has different production times. So most production times are about 14 business days. But some products could be 6 business days, some products could be 5 business days, some products could be 20 business days. So it really comes down to a product by product level. And we have a filtering tool on the site where you could easily filter and see the products if you need to be quicker turnaround time. And I want everyone to keep in mind we are using the Custom Ink network of decorators and suppliers and their production time. And our production time is consistently going to be coming down and down and down. So I would even say by June of this year, there's going to be probably 2 to 3 days shaved off of the average production time on the site, even today. And that's the point. We want to make this the universal swag platform. The only way it becomes the universal swag platform where people could easily sell swag and get it in their clients' hands in the right time is we constantly have to keep improving. So our goal is to learn as much as we can from the community of users and what features we don't have that we could build, how we can make the process better, what products we don't have. It's going to be a learning experience for us to make sure we're building the right solution for the right audience.
Awesome. So, and again, we're going to demo, but if after this webinar and so forth, how does somebody join Swag.space and start taking advantage of the opportunity to sell promo products with really zero risk?
Mhm. There is, go to swag.space. That's our URL. I know it's a little funky. So it's www.swag.space, not .com. And there's going to be an apply button on the top right, and you have to apply to be a member. So everyone has to apply to be a member. Once we see your application, you're going to get set up with a call with Joe, who's on the call today. And he's going to meet with you. He's going to give you a personalized demo. He's going to figure out exactly, is this a right fit for you? Because we want to make sure this is a right fit for people. If it's not a right fit, then you're not meant to be here, right? The goal is it's free, but we want to not waste anyone's time. So Joe is really going to do the quote unquote demo/interview and make sure this is actually a right fit and you think this could actually help you and sell swag. Once everything is good and you agree and it's a good fit, we approve you, we get you set up, we give you some onboarding videos so you can watch and you can learn as much as you can about the platform. And then Joe will be in your corner for the first 3 orders. I mean, think of it as that. Like what we found is that the first 3 orders with any new platform, there's some challenges, some questions. You might not be sure of how things work. Think of Joe as like you're an extra person on your team who's going to help you make sales. He's going to train you. He's going to give you all the guidance. If you're dealing with a client, you don't know how to close the deal, talk to Joe. If you need Joe to join the call, he's happy to do it. Like think of Joe as like an extension of your team for those first 3 orders. Our belief is, and what we've seen in our beta is after those 3 orders, you become an expert. You become a pro. You're not going to need Joe's help as much, but you're then going to be introduced to your account manager who will be your liaison for any type of questions. My client's looking for a bottle that they don't see on your site. Can you help source it? The production time is a little bit long for this order. Can you bring it down? All those type of questions to help you get the orders over the finish line. You'll have a direct correspondent in our company that can help you and guide you and get you over the finish line.
No, it makes total sense. It's I use the snowball effect. You got to get a nice compact snowball and just get it barely rolling, and then it starts accumulating and taking off. But you got to start off those first handful of sales, and then things click. Look at it like if you were a customer. First time a customer buys through any website, it's not as easy as it is the third time. And just just making it easy for even you to understand how things work. Having that dedicated account manager is a great peace of mind. Again, when I say peace of mind, but there's no risk. So Why even worry about it? So Joe, let's sorry, Joe and Jeremy. I'm always trying to keep you guys straight. Um, we've talked about the who, what, when, where, why, how. Let's actually demonstrate it because, like you've said, the aesthetics and everything, the ease of use. It's better to show our viewers Swag Space than to just talk about it. So Joe or Jeremy, I'm going to actually send it your way to share your screen,
Perfect.
and if you can show us how things work, that'd be awesome.
Amazing. Do you guys see my screen?
We are good.
All right, perfect. I'm going to take you through the demo. It's a lot of information. I generally speak fast, so hopefully I can slow it down this morning a little bit. But I'm going to be showing it all through Figma Designs because it's a little bit easier to go step by step. So this is the homepage of this site, Swag.space. On the top right, there's the apply button. You're going to fill out your information and you'll apply, right? This is the application process. Once you've been accepted, you get an email confirmation that will say, get your account set up. It's a simple six-step process to get onboarded. So imagine your company name is Standout Solutions. I'm going to give you a demo as if you're Standout Solutions. And then I'll actually show you the live site so you can see how it really works. But you'll upload your logo and your brand colors. You'll then create your custom URL. So it'll be like yourbrand.swag.space. It looks like a subdomain. Keep in mind at the end of April, so literally less than 4 weeks, you'll be able to actually override this URL with your own name. So it'll be like shop.standoutsolutions.com. So you can make it exactly your own domain, and that will be launched by the end of April. You then select which products you want. So obviously we said before, there's about 8,000 products in our catalog. It's always growing. All these products are all these different, categories from apparel to office drinkware and all these subcategories. You could disable any category you want. Like I know if you want to do apparel your own way, you guys are screen printers, you could just disable apparel and just use this site as your hard goods site. So you'll offer, your drinkware, bags, tech, wellness, all that kind of stuff. You could also even go more granular and say, I want to only offer super inexpensive and budget items. I don't want to offer the standard or premium. Or you could offer everything, right? There's a $2 t-shirt or an $80 t-shirt. You could decide, what types of products, even within categories, you want to offer. You then select the commission you want to make. So this is how it works. Let's imagine Facebook checks out through your site for $1,000. Swag.space collects the full 1,000, including the sales tax. We remit the sales tax, and then we give you 30% of the order. So we give you $300. So we're collecting the money, and we're giving you 30% of the order. If you want to make more than 30% commission, you can make 35, 40, 50. It's completely up to you. Just note the product cost will go up on your site more than what we recommend. All the pricing that we offer on their site is vendor recommended MSRP. So if PCNA or Spectre & Co., these suppliers say, you should sell this notebook for $10. We sell the notebook on the site for $10. You can make it 11 and make more margin, make more commission. It's up to you. Then it asks you, do you want to allow your customers to do warehousing and distribution? Everyone says yes. Basically, this allows your clients to not only buy swag in bulk and send it to their office, but with the click of a button, they could send that swag to our inventory portal. We'll hold all of the inventory and allow your clients to upload their CSV file and distribute that swag to remote employees, to your best customers, to leads, to do giveaways where they could create a landing page that asks your recipients, what t-shirt size they are, what address are they in, like all these different aspects. It's a super robust platform that we built at swag.com that we're giving fully white labeled so that you can now allow your clients to do this automation and this individual distribution across the world. Then you sign the contract. The contract says we are your front-facing technology to help you make sales, but we're also your back-end de facto supplier. So just like PCNA and the big suppliers will never reach out to your clients, we will never reach out to your clients, and that's it. Once you accept the contract, your whole site is live. It's instantaneous. It's just like that. You have your logo, your brand colors, your social handles, your contact details, product builder page. Your clients can upload their logos, mock things up, make it really simple. They can add to cart. They can build boxes. I'll show you how this all looks like in a second on the live site. They could go through the checkout flow. When they add to inventory, they could see their inventory stock levels in real time. They could send to one address, send to multiple addresses, create inventory closets. There's all these different components, and we'll train you on how to use all this stuff and what you could offer to your clients. We have integrations with Shopify. So if your clients want to do a company store, they could easily buy swag through you. warehouse it, connect it to their Shopify account, and now they can have a public facing store for their clients to easily buy stuff from. Every time your clients place an order, all the order confirmation emails, product's been shipped, product's been delivered, here's the tracking information. Every single thing is fully white labeled, your logo, your brand colors, nothing to do with swag.com, no mention of custom ink. It's fully white labeled with your brand. Okay, this is what the live site looks like today. So Standout Solutions is a real company. They do a lot of revenue. They're promo in the promo space. They've added on the top of their site a Shop Now button. So if you click on this, it opens up Standout.swag.space. It doesn't feel like it left their site whatsoever. Now, as I said before, end of April, this will actually say shop.standout.com. It won't even have the swag.space, but right now it looks like a subdomain. No one has a clue, right? This is what the site looks like. It's all these different products. You could do office and notebooks and really find exactly what you're looking for. You could search above. You could use the filters. You can narrow it down by colors, price points. There's all these different things.
Very nice, clean, modern look with all of, the powerful filter tools and so forth. When you have thousands of products, I need to be able to, like you just saw, filter by color, price, category, subcategory. And it's just so clean and modern looking that it, not all of those promo sites that you see out there are that way.
Yeah, it's very, very simple. I'll just show you how to do it really quickly. Let's imagine you want this marine layer sweatshirt. You can do an instant quote really easy. 100 quantity, front and the back. In front is a 3-color logo. The back is a 2-color get quote. So your clients can price things out in real time very simply. They can hide these design tools, fine. They could select on the exact color that they want. They could select the multiple colors and select multiple colors, and they'll see the exact size breakdown individual. Now, this product happens to have very low stock. It's marine layer. But as you see, we're plugged in directly to the suppliers. Yep. So we know and we make sure we don't sell something if we don't have stock of it. Makes it very simple.
It's pretty important. Having a product on a site but not actually physically being able to get your hands on it does you no good. So yeah, that's extremely powerful.
Extremely important. And then obviously you can upload the logo. Now, I'm uploading a random JPEG logo I have. Our system detects that it's a low-res logo. It asks the client to upload a vector file. If they don't have one, they can just press continue with file. Our team will convert the low-res file to the high-res file. There's no extra cost to your client. There's no extra cost to you. We make this really, really simple. So all your customers have to do is upload it, whether they have the right file or not. As you see here, when you're moving it around, every order is reviewed by a human. We'll send you a mock-up to approve before you place your order. So we make it really simple. After your order is placed, we create a virtual mock-up. We send that mock-up to your client. Once your client approves it, only then do we go into production. So they upload their logo. They select on the embellishment, right? They select on the quantity that they want. It breaks it down by sizes. Okay, let's just simply add it to cart.
I see the turnaround time is right there as well.
It says turnaround time for this one specifically. Let me add a different product. Let me add a water bottle. Okay, I'm going to do this green bottle. I'll upload the logo like this.
And the product images, I mean, again, they look so sharp. I see a lot of sites where the images don't look good and so forth. Did you guys make all of these products from scratch yourself to make them possible for somebody to customize?
Some products we did, some products we didn't, but all the photography and imagery, our team really makes sure that the images pop off the screen so it really looks presentable and it looks what it actually looks like. A lot of the sites, as you said, are very fuzzy. It's hard for clients to tell what it looks like. We want to make it really, really simple for clients to tell what things look like. And by the way, you could always offer the ability to buy a sample. So if your clients are unsure about something, let them buy a blank sample to see the quality. Let them buy a printed sample with their actual logo imprinted. And what's cool is once they get the sample and then they like it and they place their full order, the sample price is deducted from the full order price. So we make it really, really simple for your clients to get confirmation and make sure things look good. But let's just do this one. I'm going to do 250 of this bottle. Add to cart. So as you see, it's a very simple process. You find what you're looking for. You design it. We have some other things like you might also like, recently viewed. But let's just continue. Obviously, your clients can just proceed to checkout and check out with these products, or they could build a box. We built a box capability. So let's say your client's Facebook and they want to create a welcome kit for their employees or for their best customers. They click on the box. It shows 4 different types of boxes. a brown box, custom tape, a solid color box, a one color box with one logo, or a fully custom box, which means anything can be designed. Let's just do this simple one, which is a one color box with one logo. I'm going to upload the logo. I'll select on a blue box. Continue. It shows me what's in the cart. Let's say I want to do 240 boxes. Each one's going to have a sweatshirt. Each one's going to have a bottle. There's going to be 10 remaining. That's fine. Add to box. Here's some non-branded items that you could add. Let's add some coffee to it. Add to box. So in the cart, there's going to be 10 remaining bottles, and then there's going to be a box of 240. So, right, 10 remaining bottles. Welcome kit, 240. Each in the box includes a marine layer hoodie, a water bottle, a coffee. They can add a custom note card. You could do this later. You could add crinkle paper, specific color crinkle paper that makes the box, more vibrant. So let me click on that. Let's say I want a purple.
And again, it's your experience of doing this that you found to be the best way to really offer promo. And you're essentially not only sharing the technology, you're kind of sharing all the secrets as to really do promo the right way. Just like anything, you can do it. There's a right way, a wrong way. And then there's the way that Swag.space does it, which is kind of setting a standard of how the customer experience should probably look like, right?
Exactly right. I mean, even just for example, any business, you're going to launch things and it's not necessarily going to work, and you're going to learn from it, and then you're going to make it better. And that's just, keep constantly pivoting to get the product into a better position. With our box capabilities, this was like the 8th iteration of the box experience, because we worked out all the kinks. We realized that clients might want to buy multiple boxes at the same time, right? They could buy 3 boxes, 5 boxes, 10 boxes. They could have a box with just 10 water bottles. They could have a box, and you could do it how you want to do it. So we've developed this capability for, especially with boxes, you could add products to the cart, and then based on what's in the cart, you could build as many different types of boxes that you want. We just made it really, really simple. But let's just imagine they have all this stuff in the cart. By the way, your clients could do this. It seems very simple. Or you could do this for your client and just share a link with them, and I'll show you how that all works in a second. But they could proceed to checkout. Let me just go through the checkout very quickly. Let's say I want to do this, company email, let's say jeremy@swag.com. There's 2 different options. Send to one address. This is like the regular e-commerce experience. You input your address, you ship all the stuff to one address. Or your clients could distribute to multiple addresses. Send your swag to our distribution center in the store and then ship to individual addresses needed. This is telling our system, instead of shipping it in bulk to your office or your trade show, we actually want you to hold the swag in inventory, and then we're going to do all those individual distributions and all the giveaways and all the Shopify integrations. All those things happen in inventory. It's a really robust platform, but you basically can decide, do you want to hold the swag in stock and ship as needed? Do you want to distribute right away? What's the company? Let's just say Swag. Fine. Options, I'm sending it mostly to the US. Fine. Proceed to checkout. Makes it very simple to get through the flow. And now it's going to be telling our system, I'm adding it to my inventory. Think of inventory as like your online swag closet, if you will. When you're going through the checkout flow, you can obviously change the shipping time. Everything is broken down. Production time is broken down. It explains it, available for distribution. So this is not when your recipients should get it, because we have no idea where your recipients live. We don't know, what products you're sending to them. But this shows you when it should be available in the inventory to be able to be distributed, right? Because these products are going to inventory. And you see the item costs and the taxes and the shipping into warehouse, and explains everything. We need to send your products from our different production facilities to our fulfillment center for warehouse and distribution. We just make it really, really simple. Once your client adds payment, Swag.space collects the full amount. We collect the full sales tax, we remit the sales tax, and then we give you your portion of the order, and we start production. So that's all you have to do. Get the order over the finish line and start focusing on your next sale. Does that make sense so far?
No, totally. Now, again, and extremely powerful. Some customers, though, they just want their hand held a little bit more, or they want you to get them almost all the way to the finish line, and they want you to pull them over across. So everything you've done so far, though, couldn't you do it for your customer and then kind of just send this shopping cart to them? And now the customer only has one job, and that is to enter the details.
Exactly right. And by the way, we've found that, and I'm going to go back to the design in a second, but we found that we don't want to replace the human connection in selling. It's just never going to work. If you share your link with the client and say, go figure it out yourself, probably 20% of your clients will figure it out themselves, right? Or they'll do it themselves. About 80% of your clients are still going to want you to handhold them. But our whole entire point is that we want to give you the technology that you can not lose that human connection, keep that human connection, but use technology to streamline every single thing that you've been doing previously. And now you can make the entire experience way better. So you could do all of that work that I just showed you, build the cards, build the boxes, do all those things. Now you click a button and share that link with your client. So now your client, all they have to do is press the button and check out. You could do all that work, and I'll show you in a second, and do that for PDF presentations. You want to create a deck for somebody because they need to get their buy-in from their boss or their coworkers. And then once they say, yes, I love this, you could press a button and turn that PDF presentation into a card and then share that link to the card. So we make it really easy to turn those offline conversations into online purchasing. And that's the beauty of it. It's like you're having these conversations, you're consulting with your client, you're helping them choose selections of products. You could do all that thing that you do today, but now all that busy work that used to take you to get over the finish line, all you have to do is press a button and share the link and let them check out. So yeah. I'll show you that in a second. Let me just quickly guide over what the dashboard looks like, because this is what you see when you log into your account. You see on every day how much sales you've done. On the top right, you see how much money is owed to you. So pending, this is the amount of money they should be expecting to get. So let's imagine you sold to Facebook for $3,000 and you have a 30% commission, you'll make $900. It shows pending $900. But this is when your order is pre-production. Once your order goes into production, this pending is now actual. So it moves from pending to available to withdraw. Now you're able to withdraw this money. This is your money. Once you withdraw it, you can withdraw it any day you want. You set it and forget it every Friday, auto withdrawal. You withdraw the money, it moves to incoming. Incoming is yours, but it takes about 5 days to go from our bank account to your bank account. That's really simple. The only thing that you have to do post-order, this is it, the only thing. After the order is placed, you have to look at this section, orders that require your attention, and you review mockups. So Facebook checks out for $1,000. Swag.space collects the full $1,000, including the sales tax. We remit the sales tax. We create the virtual mockup for you. We send you to mockup to review. If it looks good to you, you say looks great, and then it gets sent to your client to review. Only when your client approves it does it go into production. If it doesn't look good to you for whatever reason, let's say the logo is 5 inches and you think it should be 6 inches. You request revisions with us. We revise it. We send it back to you. Only when it looks good to you does it get sent to your client to review. That's it. So no more need to collect money, buy stuff here, buy stuff there, keep track of everything, follow up with the inventory. It's all handled. This is the My Orders tab. And I'm not going to go through everything because there's a lot of information, but I want to harp on the two things, the PDF presentations and the build a cart. So Orders tab is simple. This is where you see all of the orders that come in, the status of the order. You could search for orders and make sure you have full control over the timelines and where things are in the system. Okay. PDF presentations. Let's say your client needs a deck to show their boss and you get budget approval. Typically process for promo distributors who create decks is about 3 days, right? You're talking to a client on Monday. You want to source their products. You have to spend all this time researching different products. You find the products. You have to cut out the picture. You have to mock it up to make it look good. Your designer might need to get involved. It could take a long time to get the deck over to your client, right? And that time that it takes you to get the deck over to your client, now your customer is potentially talking to 3 other customers. And now you're racing to the bottom. And we found this a lot with Swag.com. It used to take us 3 days to get a deck over to a client. And now it's just this kind of fight for like who's going to offer the product for the least amount, and just not a good business model. So we developed is a tool where we could create presentation decks in seconds. And after we had a call with Facebook on Monday morning at 9 a.m., by 10 o'clock, we had a deck that we could share with them, and we started winning a lot more business. So we want to give the same technology to you. So this is how it works, very simply. Create PDF presentation. You get logged into this view, creating presentation for Jeremy at Facebook, fine. You find the products that Facebook wants. You upload Facebook's logo. You mock it up. The same experience I showed you before. You could build boxes based on what Facebook wants, proceed to delivery. You get to the final page. As opposed to placing the order, you create presentation. You click on this, and it automatically downloads a presentation deck based on what you've designed in your cart. Okay? Now, what does the cover photo of that deck look like? In your settings, there's a brand tab, and there's a PDF presentation section, where you could customize what does the cover photo look like, your logo, your brand colors, your contact, who you are, you write who you are, what you do, who you work with. You upload past logos of people you've worked with, past images, reviews. So all you have to do is set this up one time in your settings, and then automatically it takes what's in your cart and splices it together to make a deck. So you press that button, it creates a beautiful deck, and then you could turn that deck into an invoice. So let's say your client doesn't want to check out through the site and they want to check out through invoice, like your normal way of collecting payment. You could turn that into an invoice and collect payment that way. Or you could, click a button. I'm going to skip ahead a little bit to the build a cart. You could click a button and turn that PDF into a cart. So this is what the cart experience looks like, just to show you high level. Build a cart. If you didn't want to turn the PDF into cart and you just wanted to do the cart on its own, you click build a cart. You name who the customer is, you find the products that Facebook wants, you upload their logo, you mock things up. Exactly the same experience I showed you before, right? This is the cart. You create cart URL link. You click on that, it populates the link, you copy it, and now you're sharing it with your client. So your client in seconds has the cart ready to go. It's all priced out, it's all timed out, they see exactly all the information. All they have to do is proceed to checkout, input their address, and then pay. Right? They can obviously delete the product if they don't like it. They can add more products. They can delete the quantity. They can adjust things. What we found at Swag.com is if we build the carts for clients, we're getting them about 80% there. Some clients will literally just check out because it's exactly what they want. Others will do some more shopping. They'll do some adjustments. But by them doing adjustments, they're training themselves on how to use the site. So by the third or fourth order, you might not need to build a cart for them anymore. They'll start doing it themselves because now they feel like they're experts. And once they place one order, they have a My Order history where they can keep track of all their orders and easily reorder. So we just make the entire experience so simple. It's kind of like a gateway in training them how to use the platform by you doing the work for them, if that makes sense.
No, it makes total sense. And again, I love how you do it, the different ways. What I've also really liked about it all, Jeremy, is the logic is so similar to how DecoNetwork software works when we provide a website. When a decoration shop provides a site to a client, it's very similar mentality of what control there are, who has what job to do. It's just, again, with promo, nobody really ever decorates hard goods in-house. They're always farmed out. And it's just kind of acting the same way that you're an affiliate of Swag.space is kind of what it feels like. And it just simplifies everything. You collect all the money. We get paid the commission from making the sale. Our one job, just get people to the site, or like you said, build a cart for the customer, build that slide deck, several different ways to just try to get that order past the finish line. And once it's past the finish line, really there's only one job, and that is to give a thumbs up that, hey, this mock-up looks good, to then send to the customer. And yeah, and I love the fact that, because you said, hey, this isn't a vector logo, do you have one? Nobody's ever going to upload that, but you guys are taking care of it from there, because that's always going to be a big bottleneck.
Exactly right. And then here, let me just zoom through the end and I'll answer any more questions, Zach. There's a distributions tab. Obviously, if your clients are doing inventory and they're making individual distributions, you're going to want to keep track of it and make sure you know the exact status of the shipments. So if your client says, hey, where's Jennifer's package? Why didn't it get delivered? You can easily type in Jennifer's name and it will come up and you'll see exactly the status of everything. Customers and leads. You see all the customers that have ever placed an order on your site, how much they ordered, when they ordered last, etc. New leads. I didn't show you this, but I'll show you quickly right now. We have a lead capture form on everybody's site. It says a what we offer landing page on the top right, top left, and it shows you all the different information of what you can now offer. You can offer boxes and warehousing and distributions and giveaways and Shopify. And there's a form at the bottom where your clients can fill it out, and it all goes into this lead section. So you keep track of all new leads and follow up with them. If you click on a customer's profile, what's cool is you see all the order history by that customer, what their average order spend is. If they have any issues, let's say they're having some issues, you can simply go to their page, log into their account, and now you see exactly what they see, and you can start to troubleshoot. It's very simple. You could communicate with your coworkers. Hey, Sarah, Jeremy at Facebook needs some help. Can you jump in here? Kind of like a Slack. And then down here, everybody is set to payment terms of credit card, right? Facebook checks out through Swag.space. Swag.space collects the full amount. We give you your portion of the order. Let's imagine Facebook needed to be a net 30 or net 45 customer, right? They didn't want to pay via credit card. That happens always. You can mark on a customer by customer basis different net terms. So let's say you select a net 45. When Facebook goes through the checkout, they're able to bypass credit card. They're able to check out. At the time of checkout, our system automatically generates an invoice that has your logo, your banking information on it, your information that they need to pay you in Net 45. It's your responsibility for collecting from your client, Net 45, but we have your credit card on file and we charge our 70% at the time of checkout. So we make it still easy and straightforward where your clients can still use the site and check out whether they want to buy credit card through credit card or net terms. So we make it very, very simple. Activity, abandoned checkout, browse abandoned. We want to make it very simple for you to see exactly the activity that's happening on your site. So you can keep track of, who's got to the finish line but hasn't converted. And you can see all that in real time, what their cart total is, and reach out to them. Browse abandoned. This is a little bit earlier in the funnel. This is if, let's say, they're looking at hats or notebooks and they drop off on a product builder page, but you get to see all this information in real time. You see exactly who's using your site. So you can follow up with them and say, hey, Jennifer, I see you're looking for baseball hats. I see you left the site. Is there anything we can help you with? Type of thing. Analytics, keep track of all the analytics on your site, growth rates, bounce rates. You can filter it by the last 2 weeks. You can see who your top products sold, top customers, etc. You can also see the community analytics, how you compare to the rest of the Swag.space community. So you can know in real time, why is my average order size so much lower than everyone else's, or why it's above? You can really understand in real time how you're doing. Promo codes, we want you to have full control over the sale, right? So let's say Facebook's checking out for $1,000, but now Facebook needs a 10% off code. We don't want you coming to us. You have full control over it. You create the promo code. You could create $1 off promo code, a percentage off, free setup, free shipping, one-time use. All these different things is up to you. Just keep in mind, promo codes come out of your commission. So if the order was, let's say, $1,000 from Facebook, and typically you would make 30% commission, so it'd be Swag.space collects the full 1,000 and we give you 300. But now if you're giving Facebook that 10% off, Facebook's paying 900, Swag.space collects the 900 and we're giving you 200. So you make 20% versus the 30%. So keep that in mind. But you have flexibility to win business how you want to win business. It's really up to you. And I'll just show you the last thing. This is in the settings, just very high level. You can obviously add intercom. So we have a live chat feature where you can add and you can communicate directly with your clients in real time. You can add third-party codes. So if you want to do Google ads, you can add Google Tag Manager. Or if you want to do like abandoned cart pop-up when people leave your site, you can add whatever kind of third-party code you want here. And then right here, to be very simple, you could always adjust your commission. You could increase it or decrease it. You could hide products if you don't want it. You could hide certain categories. It's really up to you. You have full flexibility and control over how your site is displayed.
So it's two things at the same time. It's both robust and simple, and yeah, I mean, and what I really like is how most of the users of DecoNetwork software they offer apparel, but they can easily just go to just use Swag.space to offer those hard good products if that's what they're trying to target. And again, remain as that one-stop shop, but doing it 100% risk-free. So again, there's no fee to sign up, right? There's no additional transaction fee. They're just making their commission from the sale. It doesn't need to be more complicated than that. Again, what I highly recommend to all of our viewers is, one, just understand promo has always been there, but really it just seems around COVID, it's just taking off greatly. I mean, and there's just so many different products, everything from flashlights to barware to tech to pens and so forth. I mean, you name it, it can be a promo product. And Swag.space obviously has that large network of products that have been vetted. You guys have, give that account support so somebody can hold your hand to get the ball rolling. There's just, I just don't see why, somebody wouldn't give it a try, Jeremy. I mean, if it's risk-free, try it. And, but like a lot of things, Jeremy, and I bet you would agree, that's a double-edged sword. When you give somebody to free, they don't always, really dive into it because there's no risk. And that's where, I highly recommend, if you do try, again, Swag.space, that you need to actually give it the time.
Totally.
Because we even see it with DecoNetwork. Somebody signs up, and that's a paid service, but they just don't actually ever try. You can't just assume that technology does 100% of the work. You
Mhm.
have to just try a little bit
Mhm.
to get the ball rolling. Um, and again, Jeremy, just like I did, it all starts with a demo, right? And Joe's on the call. Joe does a great demo of the software, can answer all of your questions. Where can they again go to request that demo, Jeremy? Or
Yes, so
that
please come to swag.space and you could apply. I think that's the first best step. We actually have a button on the homepage where you could book a virtual demo with Joe. But I would just say apply first, and Joe will reach out to you and schedule a demo with you to make sure that we get you set up, make sure it's a good fit. We always say also, Zach, even take it a step further, exactly what you're saying. You're not just going to sign up. It's free. So people feel the need to sign up, right? But if they're not going to actually use it, there's no point, right? What's the point of
Yep,
just
no,
signing up
you're
and wasting everyone's time? It doesn't make sense. We actually tell users who get onboarded, like, you should probably make a sale within the first 30 days. Because realistically, if you do not make a sale within those first 30 days, you're never going to use it.
you're
But
right.
on the flip side, you make a sale in those 30 days, which we make it really easy to make a sale, you're going to be locked in. And that's what we're seeing. People who make a sale within the first 2 to 3 weeks are doing 7, 10, 20, 30, 40, $100,000 worth of sales. Like it starts to kind of build upon itself because it's so much, it's so easy. But the people who just don't even give it a shot, who are like, oh yeah, we'll get later. It's not, nothing's gonna happen. So our point is we want to do it for free because we want to remove the friction, but we're also mindful that if you don't make a sale within 30 days, you're probably not the right user that we want here. And listen, it might not work for everybody. But we believe if you give it the shot, you're going to make a lot more money. You're going to streamline a lot of your life. If you're already doing swag, and if you're not doing swag, it's going to be a completely new revenue stream for you. And we're just so excited about what we built here, and we feel that it's really going to work, and we're seeing it really work. So we just feel very confident that this is going to be an amazing platform. We just want people to really dive in with it and give it a shot.
Well, and again, you've done it differently, very much so different than the traditional way of offering promo and hard good products. So no, very exciting. And we're in a mom and pop industry where a lot of us are shorthanded and staffed, and always are trying to add things. And this allows, while there's still definitely you have to do some work, you don't have to have that large team required. Because I've talked to a lot of shops that are on ASI and Sage, and again, I'm not going to put them down at all, but it almost takes a totally dedicated person to just master that and play that middleman role versus, hey, make your 30%, you're right at MSRP, and most of the work is now not on your plate as if you were to go, because Jeremy, if you were to go through an ASI or a Sage type of network, you may make closer to 40%, but now you're doing, 100% more work than what Swag.space does for you. I would rather, be so much more hands off personally and make a little bit less money, because time is money. Just because you make more, revenue off of an order doesn't mean you didn't have more time and expense that then brought that, true profit down.
I
Um,
actually think, Zach, one thing, just to be very clear, you're actually going to even make more profit with Swag Space than you would make if you went through ASI or Sage. So in terms of margin, everyone in the industry talks about margin. You make 40% margin, 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 but that's the most money you'll ever make, right? That's before you have to spend time on things and convert low res logos to high res logos and spend time on designers to create a deck. So in our discussions with the promo world, we found that most promo distributors really make closer to 20% profit. So our 30% commission is really actually more profit if you think of it that way on a per order basis, let alone the 90% of your life that you get back now to have more time with your family or to grow a business or to streamline your whole operation. So we really designed this to not only be more profitable on a per order basis, but to be more profitable, obviously, on the basis where we believe you'll make way more sales, not just freeing up your time, but being able to offer a solution to your clients that they might have not been able to do. Like if your clients wanted to do self-serve or wanted to reorder, they couldn't do that until now. If your clients wanted to do kitted boxes, they couldn't do that really until now. They can't do that through ASI or Sage, welcome kits and onboarding hires. If your clients wanted to engage with their remote employees and send swag to individual different addresses, they're not getting that through ASI or Sage. They don't have an inventory portal. We do. If they want to do a Shopify store, they can't do that through Sage or ASI, right? And then it's like all these aspects. So you're allowing your client to do way more things that they want to do. You just maybe have to, historically had to turn them away because you didn't have the capabilities. Now you do have the capabilities. So in every aspect of the business, I believe if you give it a shot, you dive in, you really try to use it to your advantage, you're going to make so much more money, and not only more revenue, more profit for yourself, and it's going to be a complete game changer. That's our belief, and that's why we built this, and that's why we're so passionate about it. As you can tell, we're very passionate about this because we really want to help people, and we want people to be able to scale and grow. And whether you're a promo distributor and you're capped out at 500,000 or a million, why not get to 3 to 5 million if you streamline? If you're a screen printer and you maybe were nervous to dabble into promo because it's complicated and there's so many moving parts and you don't know where to begin, or allow this to kind of really get you over the finish line and streamline a lot of what you want to do.
Sounds great, Jeremy. All right. Well, you heard it from the founder. Visit Swag.space, go into the top right corner, apply to join, and then you'll have good old Joe reach out to you if it's a good fit, and you'll see for yourself how you can really start offering promotional products to your customers risk-free with several different ways to go about selling, and really everybody wins. Thank you so much for your time, Jeremy. Thank you, Joe, and check out Swag.space.
Thank you so much, Zach. Thank you so much for having us.
Thank you.